Hi, I'm Nicole McGee. I'm the artistic director of Upcycle Parts Shop, and we also run a pop-up boutique called Collective Upcycle, which is where I'm sitting right now. I got involved with the Cleveland Colectivo at the very beginning, back in 2004, when I was pretty new to Cleveland, and like many other people in Cleveland, wanted to do some investment, actually nationally, thinking that political campaigns were where my time and energy and the little resources I had mattered. But, you know, that sort of changes with experience, and some of us were feeling like we don't want to donate and get an umbrella in the mail and never know where our money went. We want to donate and be part of a change and see it and invite people to be part of it with us and invest in the city that we care about. Cleveland's come a long way since 2004, and it's fun to feel like that mattered and I got to be part of that. So the Colectivo is a model that, there's power when people come together and there's resources more than we realize. And so that's a model that I love to talk about and love to reframe. I've worked as a grant writer, and I feel like often causes and groups of people who have great ideas are in this paradigm of asking other people for money. That's what's fun about the Giving Circle model, is to realize that if we all reach into our own pockets, and there's a bunch of us, there's not a lot in our pockets, but there's a lot of pockets together, right? So that's what I think is exciting about the Colectivo model. For me, it's been many things, including educational and an investment in my own city, but it's also been a huge social boon. I mean, I met this group of people when we all came together and worked on things like mission statement and what are we going to call this thing, and those things that really help you build relationships as well as building a cause and a thing that now is over 10 years old. So that was exciting, but it also happened at a time when I was new in the city, and these are now friends and neighbors, and our children play together, and that is something I didn't even expect, but I would say that was the biggest boon to me staying in the city and feeling invested, because I met this group of people and we all sort of created something together. And then personally, as an artist, I got to apply to funding to my friends, and I live in a really small home, and I was working in a really small room in my really small home. And I knew that I could scale what I was doing into something bigger, but that I would need a place where I could bring people in and have meetings with corporate partners. And I applied and asked them to help me with some startup funding to get an art studio. Because I wasn't bankable in the sense of, I own my home, but I wasn't building a business model that was based on investment and scaling and getting big and hiring people to work for me. I am an artist and I like to make things, and I needed more space to do that. So that's what funding from them allowed me to do. And then truthfully, where we're sitting now and the story of what I'm doing now, it was me learning that an art studio and sitting by myself and whittling, which is sort of what it felt like, wasn't really what I wanted to be doing either. And I think that's sort of what's nice about knowing that you're supported as a person, because I didn't have to go back and say, everything has changed, I'm so sorry, right? It's sort of like, no, the evolution of this investment with my friends who would come to my studio and sort of help me wrap my brain around what I really wanted to do next happened together. And what I really wanted to do next was work with community to upcycle and to work with materials like I was doing, but not just do it by myself. And I think that's the sweet spot for my work and the opportunity to connect more people into being creative and waste diversion and all of the stuff coming together in the places where I get to do it. So now there's staff, and I don't have to cover the shifts at the shop, and I get to make my own stuff. It's for sale in this shop, and it's my dream work. I've learned that dream work is very, very hard, even though it's dream work. The way I was picturing it in my head is a little bit fluffier and easier than what it really is. But I have a really great community of people here in Cleveland, and there's been so much support for the work we're doing. This right now is a pop-up boutique, which is an activation of a vacant space. It's awesome because it's right down the street from where I live, where my art studio was, and now where we're sitting and where I'm working. It's a pop-up because it's just 12 weeks of being a shop in a space that is otherwise empty, so it's donated to us. We activate it with the work of different artists who all upcycle, so myself as well as others, and then we're a great opportunity for holiday shopping, as well as an excellent demonstration of creative reuse throughout the region. So it's local, and it's kind of the the showcase of what we can do with the parts and pieces we get diverted and donated to us every day. So I feel really lucky. Cleveland is a city that has been really great to me, and I found myself saying years ago, somebody said, "How do you like Cleveland?" And I said, "It's the kind of place that if you like it a little bit, it loves you back a lot." And I had never said that before, but that's truthfully how it feels and how it seems and how it always has been to me. And I feel that we're all a lot more powerful and a lot smarter when we come together and when we bring opportunities and brains together to create new things. And economics and the economy of bringing people together in our shop and as a giving circle, all of that is completely true as well. We're all stronger together. So I encourage people to think about that giving circle model. It's something bigger will happen, and the effects of that reverberate throughout the community in which you're investing, and I think that's probably what we all want.